y'all. This is Micah Tullich. This is our third speech, our persuasive speech, and I'll be going off the title of You Are Your Ally. Now, the human life was never said to be the easiest journey. Many realize that through events and actions that things can change in a heartbeat. Now, we all happen to have our own set of goals, ideas, and ways to go about them. But the question is, who and what effects that comes to play? Naturally, we'd like to say others, maybe even life itself. But we must question that. Today we focus on what can be the start and what can be the deal breaker to the things you're interested in. So ask yourself these three questions. What is the reason why I want to take this path? What can help me reach my goal? What will be the first step? Once you answer these questions, let's begin to put them in perspective. Throughout this, you will experience 3 different stories, all somewhat similar, but with different actions and reactions. To begin, I want to take it back a few years to 10-year-old me. 10-year-old me was still in a state of mind of just doing what he thought was fun or the things that probably weren't the priority. So on this day, my teacher pulled me to the side and said, "Micah, what's going on? Your grade on your math test was lower than usual." Thinking nothing of it, I said just a generic answer, and she said, "Okay." And we went from there. So in my head the whole time I was thinking about going back home and hanging out with my friends for the day, being able to play outside and have fun. So as I got on the bus, I started to feel that excitement come on and just grab a hold of me. As I got ready to walk across the street, I noticed that my mother's car was in the driveway. So as I walked up, I noticed that the front door was open for me. When I opened the front door, I said, "Hey, Mom." She said, "Hey, how are you?" I replied, "Good, good, how are you?" As soon as I said that, I knew something was different. My mom started to mention that she heard that the teacher pulled me to the side for my math grade and told me that I had to sit at the table until I did all my math homework and did all my studies. Now, the ignorant side of me decided to say, "Does that mean I can't go outside today?" Now, as soon as she gave me the look, I hopped over to the table, sat down, and started doing my schoolwork. Now, I bring this story up because it answers the first question. Why is it that I want to take this path? At the moment, I was solely thinking on what I wanted to do. The first sign being my teacher, in which I ignored. The second sign being my mother, in which I ignored, but soon we flipped the script. Now, my mother would always tell me that you have to be the change, or you have to be what the start to what you want to become. So the reason why we say this is, would you rather do it now or would you rather do it later? If you handle the load up front, it's a little bit easier for you and everyone else in the future. Now, this gives you the power it gives the power back to yourself by putting that back into your hands. So why you? See, I believe you are the driving force to your life. I don't argue that there aren't unfortunate events or things or toxic people that may enter your life, but you have an ultimate say-so in what you choose to do after that. Now, one of my favorite quotes, and I believe everyone heard this before, was that if you let someone else ruin your day, then you are the problem. Now, most of the time I heard this quote, I was young, and I tell myself that this makes no sense at all. How can I be the problem when someone else did this to me? What about them? What about what they did? But as I grew older, this quote seemed to reach me more literally. See, inconveniences come and they go. I'd start to ask myself, Micah, what was your role in this? Could you have prevented it? What can you do better next time? See, instantly focus on my actions. This little adjustment takes the power from their hands back to mine. So, in a sense of entitlement and somewhat feeling like you deserve this is a natural feeling, but you have to learn how to reverse that and still be in a situation where you can still perform or continue on from there. Now, my second story is on a group project that I did in high school. My freshman year, I had a computer class, and we had a group project that involved making a magazine cover, a presentation, and an explanation about the whole thing in words on paper. So since we have 3 men in the group, we decided that it was only fair to split the weight into 3, just to make it easier for everybody else. So as we began brainstorming the first day, and what would the magazine be about, and at the time, we were all into music, so Chance the Rapper happened to have dropped a mixtape around this time, so we were like, okay, this is going to be the thing that we do it on. So considering I was big on art and visuals, it was natural that I said I'd take that role, and they said it was okay. So all the other 2 decided who's going to do the presentation and who's going to put it on paper. So after the second day, I noticed that my teammates the group, they just happened to not be in class. So I let the day go by and I sent them a text. I didn't get a reply. Next day, I sent them another text and said, hey, what's going on? Turns out one was sick and the other one was just skipping school. So instantly I had a second where I had to say, okay, so what can I do about this? So I said, okay, well, maybe they'll be back tomorrow. So on the third day, still one is sick, and my other teammate decided to come in class about 20 minutes late. Now, considering that we had a 1-week deadline, I was kind of irritated at the fact that this was the situation we were in. So I had to stop and say, okay, Micah, what can you do to solve this situation in the most positive way that would still help you get the grades you want and also doesn't get you in trouble? So I told my teammate, I said, look, all you have to do is this, this, and this, and I need it by tomorrow. So the next day came, and we came into class, and the late bell rung. And then the late bell rung. I noticed that obviously there was no change. It was just going to be me. So I went to my teacher and asked, I said, can I please, just seeing the odds that we have, can I do this project on my own? And she granted me my wish. And I bring this up because this shows how you could be your enemy or your ally. If I chose to act outrageously or blame everybody else, I probably would have never got the work done. I would have failed the class. I could have failed the project. I'd have a bad day. Multiple factors that could have happened just based off my choice. Now, this leads into my third story. Her story is your story. Your story involves whatever situation, whatever goals, or whatever things that you want to pursue. But my question and thing to say to you is, what will you choose? Will you choose to either look at the bigger picture and make the actions from yourself and then pass them on to others, or will you allow others to affect you and you react off of that? These simple adjustments can be the things that change your day, your life, even your school experience, just slowly by understanding yourself and understanding what you can do. So remember and ask yourself this question. Are you your ally, or are you your biggest enemy?